Well, hello there again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Hypermine Vanilla Season 4. How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. And here I'm on top of somebody's upside down house, and we've got the town hall behind us. Last time we were together, it's been not so long ago, I said we were going to be taking a tour of the various builds that I've been doing on Hypermine Season 4, even though I haven't been recording them. I'm going to be doing these in chronological order. And the first one that we need to take a look at is the gold farm. And that means we have to go through that building right behind us. We got to go through Town Hall. So let's get turned around here and get started on our tour of the gold farm. So this particular building is Town Hall. You can see I've got a little voxel map waypoint right there marking it. And this building was put together by JB Warsmith. He did a wonderful job. And yeah, so we're going to take a look. We're not going to go into detail around the other builds around the server quite yet. If we have time before the season resets or before the map resets, we will take a tour of what we see around here. But for the most part, we're going to be focusing on my builds. I'm sorry that might seem rather selfish, but that's just where we are at in terms of the overall time left on this server. So we've got to go through the town hall. We've got this nether portal here, and how loud is it going to be? I don't know how loud that's going to be. I may have to do some... Oh, this is interesting. Huh. I guess they caught him on Halloween. Nice. Okay. Or they just gave him a pumpkin head, which I guess you can do. Anyway, so Town Hall has these nether portals on all four sides, and those directly correspond to nether portals over here in the nether hub. So let's go through the portal. If that sound is too loud, it's really loud in my ears. I'm going to have to do some post-processing on it, and that's fine. Hopefully we don't have any ghasts. We might have some. I've attempted recording this a couple times. I found that the audio or video quality was not quite up to snuff, and I still realize that there are some things to do on the audio quality front. I have not been doing this on a regular basis. I do demos for my work as a programmer, but I've not done too much in terms of production video editing for about a year and a half. So I'm a little bit out of practice, for the video quality and the audio quality. We're getting there. I still got some tweaks to do, but yeah, enough about that. We're here in the Nether Hub. JB Warsmith also did this. You see these portals right here? We've got portals on all four sides. Those directly correspond to those portals over in the town hall. So whichever one you come in on, east, west, north, south, you will come to the east, west, north, south, respectively, in the town hall. I worked with JB at the beginning of the season to add the gold farm directly above the nether hub. And it is centered right here over this pillar. All right. So the farm, I chose to use Ilmango's simple gold farm. I'll put a link to his tutorial in the description box below, and you can take a look at that, that overall process there in that tutorial. I'm not going to go over the farm in detail. Instead, what I'm going to talk about is my thought process on the overall systems around it. So anyone can build one of those farms if you collect all the resources, but how about all the little decisions that go into the rest of it? Like, how does a player get to it? Are you on a multiplayer or single player server? Single player map, or you run on a server, I guess. So, how user friendly do you have to make it? If it's just for you, maybe you figure out how to use it. But if you've got multiple people, how are they going to discover how to use it? These are things that you would encounter in software design, and they're things that you encounter even here. This is a form of software design, if you will. We've got to make a system that is discoverable by the other users on the server. And so here we go. So I chose a minecart clicky elevator. You've seen me do those before on the channel. I really like them. They're really quick to ascend, kind of difficult to descend. So we've got a quick drop right here. We'll go through that a little later. But the next thing you got to look at is, what are all the other things, the additions that you're going to do, and what's it going to look like when you finish the whole thing? So you can see some of my choices on the farm here, and it's been updated. as the Minecraft versions have been updated. So the first thing I did is I brought up 3 clerics, and this was in 1.13, so they looked a little bit different. They also did not require workstations right here. Since that time, 2 of them disappeared somehow. I don't know how, and nobody's really forthcoming about that on the server, but thankfully somebody came back and added 2 more. So we've replenished them, and we've got these guys here to trade the rotten flesh and gold that we get out of this farm. So we can get emeralds along with XP from this farm, which is pretty cool. Then other thing you got to think about is storage. This farm is going to produce rotten flesh, plenty of that. How much more? Yeah. Oh boy. And sometimes gold ingots, but I guess those have all been taken up. Some gold nuggets here and there. How about over here? There's some gold ingots and gold nuggets. Yep. So you get drops, and occasionally you get extra stuff that somebody has just used it as their personal storage, which I guess is fine. How about over here? What's this about? I don't even remember that one. This is just extra stuff. Yeah. So that's fine. I mean, the whole thing is here to be used. An addition is this thing that what is that called? Repair and disenchant grindstone? What am I looking at? Grindstone. That's what we're called. Okay. That's in 1.14. That came along with all of the updates to the villagers. So that's one of the new workstation blocks. And then we also have a place to do enchanting right here. Okay. So what I want to do, I'll come back down here in a bit, and you can hear, the noise from those. I've messed with music and sound. Minecarts are friendly creatures. Okay. So just keep that in mind and you'll be fine. So the way this thing works is that it uses minecarts, 25 of them to be exact, to kill the pigmen with suffocation damage. And they're rather loud because they've gotten moved on their... Yeah, anyway, don't fall in there. So here we go. This is the overall farm. You can see some of the look and feel here. We're using blue glass and light blue glass, and you can see down into the depths of the system here. We'll take a look at that in a little bit, but other than that, any other things of note? That's the Ilmango simple iron or gold farm rather, and yeah, we've got lots of anvils. You can see we've got some sorting down there. I guess you could probably assume that there's sorting as well, since we've got item storage. And I'm just going to make a note. I've said that this is going to be in chronological order. I built the gold farm first before the iron farm. Look at all those anvils right there. All mined out of right around my hidey hole at Port Hypermine, or at the... I don't even know. We didn't come up with a name for the city. But yeah, that's all mined from the ground. I would recommend highly that you build your gold farm first. Okay? Just a note. So this is the gold farm right here. We've got a little enchanting setup up here to pair with the one that we've got down below. And we're going to come back in here, come away from all those loud minecarts, come back down here. And yeah, so we're using blue concrete for the overall look and feel. Lots of blue in here because this server is owned by Lapis Lori, and her favorite color is blue. So I decided to make this blue to match the Hypermine colors. So we've got some Redstone Mechanics behind the scenes, and as I like to do, I want to make sure that we've got some ability to access that if we ever need to do maintenance. So there's a little maintenance hatch right here. Boom. Okay. We've got a hidden torch key that opens up a little stairway that lets us get down here. The torch key mechanic is right here. If I can find the tutorial for it, I will, but maybe it's Azuma that did it off of the Hermitcraft server. I can't remember exactly who made that one, but we're going to jump up here, do a little parkour. Ooh, that's a problem right there. Yeah, we've got a spawnable space here. Let's do that. We can do... I know this is wasteful. I'm sorry, but it is. It's wasteful, but we got to make sure that nothing is spawnable. It's a key consideration. All right, we're going to play some parkour here and get up to the top of this thing. And here. Okay, we'll make sure that we cover ourselves tracks back up. All right, so behind the scenes, you can see the item sorter right here. Right. Yeah, there we go. So not all of them are programmed correctly, and that noise is still way too loud. Let's take that all the way down, shall we? There we go. All right. Okay, we got those guys up there. Let's see if we can walk through our systems here. So the mine carts are above that. Can we get up? Let's try and get up here, see if we can get a better vantage point. Okay, we'll just bye-bye. We'll just do that. There is where? Okay, one fell in right there. Okay, and then there's hoppers that are below all of those mine carts that suck up all the drops. And then we've got an initial sorter right here that pulls out any items that are non-stackable, namely gold swords. But somebody fell in here at one point and some other things got pulled out. So we don't have just gold swords in here now. It's a right mess. So it's something to keep in mind. You may have to come back and do maintenance every now and then if you ever make one of these. And then after that, the gold swords go into a furnace array, and we have to put in fuel. Did I put any in here? Yeah, there's fuel there. So those then get smelted. Those gold swords get smelted into gold nuggets, which then go into the standard item sorter. So anything that's stackable goes through here, and we pick off the rotten flesh and the gold ingots, gold nuggets, and then everything else should fall into this one. No, right there. Okay. Anything that backs up after that then goes and gets shot into this cactus right here. And we've got that doubled on both sides. We'll drop down here. Yeah, same kind of setup. So not our non-stackable item filter, furnace array, and then the regular storage. So we've doubled it, and it's mirrored pretty much on both sides. And then we've got this massive set of hoppers and chests and stuff that feed fuel into the furnace array. And it's not very efficient at transmitting all of that, all of the fuel into the various furnaces, but no matter, it works. Okay, so let's come down here. We will grab our nether brick slab, and we're going to return back the way we came. It's a little bit of a parkour challenge to get through here, but then we can come back, jump out, and where's our redstone torch? We will shut it back up, and then we should be able to get... Oh, you can't put stuff on there? And I don't have anything that can be... anything here? No. Okay. Well, we won't worry about that. So, those are the major systems around this thing. The next order of business is the drop shaft here. We just fall right down, and if I hit... Yeah, there we go. Okay. Anything else? Let's take a little flight, shall we? So you can see this from kind of the underside here. So we've got a little 3D ellipse type thing. I'm not sure what it's not a sphere because it's longer than it is wide. So it's more of an ellipsoid structure instead of spheroid. And yeah, so if you follow the Ilmango Simple tutorial, this is kind of the structure you end up with. Those iron golems are there to attract the magma cubes. And then we've got our targets, the target pigmen right there. And they maintain the anger for the whole system as it's running. So yeah, there we go. A little bit of a design element in there. Not just stone, not just netherrack. It's put a little bit of effort into it. Oh, and somebody cleaned up. We had some spawnable space out here, which I wasn't too keen on, but hey, whatever works. It's a multiplayer server, and people have projects going on pretty much constantly. So we're going to drop out back down here. I didn't want to punch too many holes in the bedrock because it got fairly tedious, and that's why we have to do that two-pronged approach to get back down. But there you have it. That is the gold farm. That's the first one that I did here on Hypermine Season 4. And we're going to end our video right here in the Nether Hub and say thank you so much for joining me on this little tour. Next time, we're going to be taking a look at the iron farm. I learned my lesson. I really wanted an iron farm after going through all of that for the anvils and the hoppers and all that fun stuff. So I built the iron farm next. We're going to take a tour of that and show you the updates that some others have helped with here on the server since 1.14 dropped. So a little mix of my build style plus some updates from others, which is kind of cool. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for joining me on this tour. If you have any questions about what you've seen, feel free to leave those in the comment section down below. I'll try and get back to them. And yeah, until next time, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you then.